Hi, Chris from ByteBrew here. Today I'm going to put together a little dashboard tutorial on how to build reports comparing builds. First place I'm going to take you is custom workspace mechanic. The very first thing I want to do is look at the rollout of my build amongst new users. So what I'm going to do is query the event user install. I'm going to break that event down by build. I'm also going to define a segment that's filtered for each build that I'm comparing. Then I'm going to link this event to this segment. I'm going to set a date range that, to last 30 days to capture traffic across both builds. And I'm going to hit apply. And as I can see below, build 1 has been the dominant build until the release of 1.0.5. So I basically have the date of the 29th where there's the most overlap between the two builds. Next, we're going to go to custom workspace funnels, and we're just going to examine the impact of first-time user experience. In custom funnels, I'm first going to set my date range to match the date range in my mechanic query. I'm going to set my filters to match the filters in my mechanic query as well to filter for these two builds. And then I'm going to build my funnel. And I'm going to set this as user install. Again, these are closed funnels, so setting user install as your starting event will ensure that all daily active users within the activity range filter did install in that range as well. I'm going to select player level up as my first event, and I have two choices here. I can either define the subparameter to level 1, clone this event, and then continue to update that number all the way through. Or I could, knowing of course that somebody can only fire level equals 1 once, simply query the step as with no subparameter and just player level up. And for this case, I'm going to do that. Now, most critically, we're going to add a breakdown, and we're going to break this down by build so we can get a comparison across the two. Now we can see that in comparing the two builds amongst users that installed those builds, so we know that the percentages are exclusive amongst those in the build that we're querying. You can see that the completion rate for my early player level ups has improved significantly on the new build, to say that there are not problems with the churn between, but that overall the adoption rate seems to be a lot stronger on those events. And of course, I can review the data table down below and compare the time to complete on those events to gain additional context into that. Next, we're going to go to ByteBrew Cohort Reports. I'm going to go ahead and create a cohort user install to player level up, where player level equals 5. I'm not going to choose greater than or equals, because the event count will include every single level 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. thereafter. If I want to just know how many people cleared this level 5 threshold, I'm going to break this down by build, the opportunity to run different aggregations here, including the subparameter level, but I'm just going to leave it as count for now, and I'll keep it for the last 14 days. So what is this telling me? This is telling me that on build 1, there were 4,250 total users that came into the game, whom fired a total of 913 player level 5 events. 754 of those occurred on day 0. Whereas on the new build, though there is less traffic, I can see that the proportion of those events firing is significantly higher. If I do some back of the envelope math here, and that much more proportionally is happening on day 0 as well. So what I can determine from this is that I've successfully accelerated the onboarding experience, at least for those players that complete the onboarding experience. And that's how you can go about building some comparison reports for different builds. Hopefully you found this helpful. Stay tuned for the next one.